Hi, everybody. I'm going to show you a few different resumes, a few different styles of resumes, and go kind of down the list of what we're looking at. And that way, as you are building your resume, you can look out for these key components that should be on your resume. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay. So on our screen, we can see a resume here. This is a mock resume. This has been, created for online purposes. This isn't a real person, but this is a good example of information you could use on your potential resume because it's going to have a lot of the components for sterile processing. So on here, we have her name, we have her information. Make sure that you have a professional email also. Telephone number, address. So this is a very simple resume. This is probably one you can find on Indeed, and that is completely fine. You choose your format. The profile here, it gives a little information. So this is going to be your summary portion right here. And this is, again, 3 to 4 sentences tops in this portion. And on our resume, we never use the word I. I is implied. It is your resume. So we also need to make sure, not only as we're constructing a resume, that we are that we're using the proper grammar in order to do that. So this one says dedicated sterile processing technician with 1 year of experience ensuring the cleanliness and sterilization of surgical instruments and equipment. Proficient in operating sterilization equipment, adhering to infection control protocols, and maintaining accurate inventory records. So that is your technical skills. That are the hard hands-on skills that you guys do every day. And then the last sentence is actually the soft skills. So if you notice on this type of resume, there's not a separate portion for somebody, to put their list their skills like in bullet points. So they added it into the summary section. So the last sentence says strong team player with excellent communication and organizational skills, committed to providing a safe and efficient environment for quality patient care. So on the job description, there was probably some verbiage that says excellent communication and organizational skills. We're looking for a strong team player. So what this person did is they took those keywords from the job description and they put them in their summary section. So you can put them in the summary section. You could also put them in your employment history as well. And you should be using the key terms that they're using multiple times within your resume. So if you look at employment history, it's got sterile processing technician at Banner Health. It's got the date, April 2023 to present. If you notice, there starts with bullet points on what their job entailed. So typically what we want to see is a strong verb to start with, followed by the activity that you performed at that job. So the first one says successfully sterilized and processed over 10,000 surgical instruments. Again, they're using quantifiable data at this point. You may or may not be able to do that with yours. That's okay. The next bullet point says implemented. That is a strong action verb. Next one says conducted. The next one says led. So make sure you are using strong action verbs to describe what you did at that job. Also, remember when we are placing our employment history, it is in reverse chronological order. So for you guys, if you wanted to add your internship, you would add that first. And then followed by, if you have a current job, you could put that second, or if you have a job you previously worked at that you're no longer working at, put that, underneath your internship. I will say grammar is also extremely important. Make sure if you are using your employment and it is past, it is in the history, it's a former job, you are using past tense action verbs. You no longer work there, so it should be past tense. If you notice here, first one is kind of similar to the first bullet point on the current job, successfully processed. The second bullet point, streamlined, trained. Those are things you formally did, so those are in the correct tense of the term. All right, and last but not least, they put their education, which for you guys, you will have earned a certificate from Santa Fe College. And when you pass your CRCST, that is when you can also put that somewhere in either education or another place if your template has for, certifications. You also are BLS certified. You guys had to be in order to enter the program, so make sure you're putting BLS certified as well. All right, I'm going to show you another example here. This is not related to serial processing. However, it is a different format, so I wanted you to see your options. So we have Elizabeth Elliott here. The summary, 3 to 4 sentences. Resourceful, immediately available supply technician with over 15 years of international experience, right? And then yada, yada, yada. It also says at the very end of the summary, the soft skills. So a team player seeking to leverage background into a supply technician role with a progressive organization. So not only did they include their hard skills of what they've done, they also included those soft skills. Both are very, very, very important to have on your resume. Now, this resume has a different section than the last where it says summary of qualifications. So perhaps the job description wanted experiencing client relations, and this candidate did. So here we have client relations. Maybe there was something for the job description for problem resolution or specific types of software that they are looking for experience in. That is where they put those qualifications here. Again, we've got our experience here. We've got the date, reverse chronological order. They've been there, assumingly this is a older resume, 2008 to current. And again, if you notice here, because they're current, they are still working there, our action verbs are in present tense. They're not in past tense. So we've got supervise, maximize, eliminate, raise, resolve. They are in present tense. And then if we go down to previous job, these action verbs are in past tense. Extremely important for you to recognize different verb tenses for your resume. So past tense here, we've got our action verbs. We've got boosted, secured, diminished, aided, streamlined. We've got different verbs, action verbs of what this person did at their former job and at their current job. So again, if you look at this resume, there is a lot of information, but it's not over one page. All of the white space is pretty consistent. We don't have a lot of gaps here. And this is a pretty clean resume, as is this one. So again, use a template that is already out there. If you already have a resume and you just need to update it and revise it, then this part of the project or assignment will be very easy for you. If not, I do suggest taking, 30 minutes to do one section at a time. So pace it out throughout the week, because if you sit down at once and you're trying to really hit all these key points that's vital for the resume, it's going to take you quite a long time. So my advice is to kind of get a head start on the assignment earlier in the week and kind of pace yourself until it is due on Sunday. And again, I will happily look over your resumes if you would like me to throughout the week. So that is it for now. I hope this lecture was helpful for building your resume. If not, please reach out and I will see you in the next lecture. Thank you.